Hi guys, this is Zach from Watches on You, and today I'm at Hudson Jewelers in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I'm going to be taking a look at the Omega Speedmaster Gray Side of the Moon. So now, let's take this watch down to the pad so you guys can get a closer look at it. Okay guys, here's the watch in greater detail, and right off the bat I'm going to go off of its very interesting case. So here you can see that it's not just straight stainless steel because it has a bit of a darker tinge, and it still looks like metal though. And that's kind of weird. It's not PVD coated, nothing. It is solid. So what that actually is it is made completely out of ceramic. Now I'd say that this is the most interesting ceramic case that I've ever seen, as it looks and feels just like metal, except for the weight. It is a lot lighter, and you can tell that. So the way Omega actually achieves this is they take their ceramic powder, compress it into kind of a blocky form of the case, then they then they diamond cut it into the exact shape, and then they put it in a plasma oven, cooking it at 20,000 degrees Celsius for 3 hours. And now to put that in perspective, that is the temperature of the surface of the sun is like around 9,400 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's 20,000 degrees Celsius. So that's like 34,000 degrees Fahrenheit that they're cooking it at, and so that is some extreme heat, as that is way hotter than the surface of the sun. So that is I'd say the most interesting case manufacturing process that I have personally ever heard of. And actually, if you have any cooler cases that you know of, leave them in the comments, because I'd like to hear. But from what I've heard, this is the most interesting manufacturing process that I've heard of. So now what that process achieves is a very metal-like look. Like you can see there, you see some brushing, looks just like metal, some polishing, looks just like metal would, but then you get the lightness and the hardness of a ceramic, and I think that is a perfect combination. I think more manufacturers should actually look into that, because I mean that's absolutely stunning the way it looks and feels. So now I'll move on to the dial. So the dial is oriented in the exact same way as the other coaxial Speedmasters. So you have your minutes and hours in this one. Right now, one hand's on top of the other, so you can't see them both. But the minutes and hours will both be on this dial, and then you have your running seconds on the left, and then your date at 6 o'clock. And then, so the action of the chronograph is really good. It's a column wheel chronograph. You can actually see the movement through the case back. That's the Omega Coaxial 9300 movement. The column wheel is visible right there, and they actually mark it column wheel, which is really cool. And the movement finishing is done very well. It's kind of got like a radial Geneva striping, which is very nice. So the action's good, great pusher feel, and then just pops right back when you hit the reset. They're very good. The Omega, coaxial movements tend to be very, very good, and yeah, very high quality. So now the dial though is also very interesting. It's more than meets the eye as well. So it looks kind of like a gray sparkly dial, but it's more interesting than that. It's actually made out of platinum, kind of like the Rolex Yachtmaster 1, and that is what gives it that sparkle. So it was actually made to look like moon dust, hence gray side of the moon. Moon dust happens to be gray. So now I'll put this on the wrist and see how it looks. So on the wrist, it is a bit large. It's on the large side, I would definitely say, but I wouldn't say they overdid it. I'd say it's just where I'd like it to be. Personally I'd prefer they went a little smaller, but I'd say it's fine. It's not too big in my opinion. If it's small wrist, then it might be a bit of an issue for you, but I think it's fine, and the watch is pretty cool, so I wouldn't say the size would deter me from buying this piece at all. So yeah, very, very comfortable as well. It comes with this nice leather/rubber strap. So what they actually did was they put rubber in the holes, and then the rest is leather with alligator. Now I really like that, because leather tends to break down in pin buckle form over time, but since they put the rubber in, that would stop that from happening, which is a very, very nice feature. And the clasp it uses is your standard pin buckle, but it is also made out of that very cool ceramic material. So So this watch is available here at JB Hudson Jewelers. We'll leave a link in the description about it, for $6,800, and now this watch retailed for around $12,000. So this is actually a very good deal, and just seeing how interesting this watch was manufactured, I'd say it's for sure worth that price, as you get great movement, great brand, great just great finishing overall. So remember to check out our other videos, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.